Hi everybody, this is Melanie SkyMo 1982 here. So this is the new year, 2012. So I am going to take you way back into the time that I had weight loss surgery, which is a reflection of my history of my weight loss surgery. And I'm also going to reflect on last year's 2011, my thoughts and everything that I went through. So way back from the beginning, I do have notes here because if I don't write anything down, I always forget. So I'm going to take you back into my journey. I am 3 years post out of lap band surgery. I had the Allergan lap band. I'm a 10cc band. Um, I actually completed my 3-year surgery on January 6th of 2012, which was last Friday. I didn't make a video because I was in a huge funk, which I will let you know in a few minutes why. But anyway, I'm going to take you back into the time. January 6th of 2009, I had lap band surgery. And I was 275 pounds in a size 20 jeans and a size 3X in shirts. Um, and it was performed by Dr. Alan Geis in Long Island, New York. So I was 275 pounds, like I said. I lost about a jean size every month to a month and a half. I reached goal on August 15th of 2009, which was 7 months and 3 weeks out. Yes, that was very fast. I had lost a total of 115 pounds. By the time that I reached the goal, I was in a size 4 jeans, which I never expected. Not in a million years. I didn't even expect to go under the single digits. So that was a huge shock for me, and I never was below 230 pounds, not in my whole lifetime, or not as far back as I can remember. I was always exercising. As far back, it would be since junior high school. So that's how back far I could remember. So, yeah, August 15th of 2009, 7 months, 3 weeks out of lap band surgery, I had lost a total of 115 pounds. It took a lot for me to get used to adjusting to it because it happened so fast. Really, my mind couldn't catch up to my body. So I was in a size 4 jeans and a small in shirts. I had lost everything, including my breast and my butt. I started out with my breast size of a size D, and I didn't have any more breast. I was in a size B in breast, and going down to a size A. And my butt was completely gone. So then let's see. Then on January 18th of 2010, I had plastic surgery, which was 5 months later, after I had reached goal of 160 pounds. So 5 months out of reaching goal, which was January 18th of 2010, I had plastic surgery. And that was a year in total that I had since I had lap band surgery. And what I had done was a tummy tuck, breast lift, breast augmentation, and a Brazilian butt lift. And then after that, on April 9th, which was 3 months out of plastic surgery, I found out that I had a botched surgery done and I had to get an emergency tummy tuck revision. And I found out that I had about maybe 2 or 3 infections, which were potentially fatal. And I almost could have passed away, but I caught it just in time. So I had done an emergency tummy tuck revision with Dr. Peter Newman, also who was in Long Island, New York. When I had chosen to do plastic surgery, it was in South America, and it was the wrong choice for me, and I had hit rock bottom, basically, because I had what is called a plastic surgery nightmare. I went through hell, and my videos could reflect that if you go back and see them. So in total, I've had 7 fills and 1 unfilled throughout my whole weight loss journey, 3 years out. and I would say that 6 cc's in my Allergen lap band is maybe my sweet spot. At one point it was too tight for me, which led me to have an emergency unfill, but now I am at 6 cc's again, and it is my sweet spot. So that's it. That's my whole journey there in a nutshell, 3 years out. So I have been in maintenance for about, I would say, 2.5 years, right? Because if I've reached my goal at 7 months and 3 weeks out, which was about 8 months, and I'm 3 years post-up, and I'm almost about maybe 2.5 years, maybe two and a quarter years in maintenance. And I am currently 161 pounds. My lowest weight ever was about 150 pounds. And I decided that that was too skinny for me. And I decided to stay in a range between 154 to 156. The beginning of 2011, I was 150 pounds and also in a size 4 jeans. And by the end of 2011, I was between 160 to 169. So that was about let's see, 10, yeah, that was about between a 10 to 19 pound gain in 2011 alone. So 2011 was the year. I'm going to give you the breakdown because a lot of things change when you start your journey compared to, I'm sorry, give me one moment. Yeah.
Can you write down for Monday 3:45? I got a dentist appointment, please.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm at work, guys, so excuse me. So a lot of things change as the years go by, and like I said, a lot of things change. You have your mind focused. The first year out of weight loss surgery which is the most important, because I was completely focused. I did anything that I had to do to get the weight off, and I did it very quickly because I had a one-track mind, and that was to lose my weight. If I had the weight loss surgery, is because I was on a mission to lose my weight, you know. So I didn't let anything get in the way. And I just did what I had to do, which was exercise my ass off and diet and exercise, and that's how I took it off. Also, I wanted to mention on here that I didn't really have proper restriction until maybe 3 weeks before I had reached goal. So I was basically almost doing it on my own throughout my whole entire weight loss. I was practically doing it on my own. I mentally told myself, stop eating. You know, and you just have to set yourself up mentally to do this journey. So I said to myself, I basically did it on my own until maybe 3 weeks after my surgery, where I had proper restriction, and the lap band actually held myself from eating certain foods and put a stop to it. Because you know, when you have proper restriction, you have that soft stop where you're going to be like, well, no more, you can't eat no more food or else you're going to get sick. So yeah. I also wanted to say that. So yeah, each year was very different for me. I could say that actually maybe in 2010, after I had plastic surgery, was the year that everything was slowly starting to unfold, meaning where I started to try different foods. I didn't exercise as much as the year of 2009. A lot of things went into after I had that surgery, because I was under I guess so much bed rest because of everything that had happened to me, and I had to stop exercising for a while. So when I had stopped exercising for those long periods of months because of just resting and not being able to exercise, I kind of became lazy, and yeah, I didn't exercise as much. So what happened in 2011 was that I almost kind of stopped caring. I wasn't as focused. I wasn't as motivated. Um, I mean, it wasn't like the last 2 years that I had weight loss surgery. And I started experiencing with like different types of foods, whether it be maybe fast foods or junk food for the first time in my weight loss history. I also became in 2011. This is the breakdown of everything that happened in 2011, which was my, I guess, 2 years out of weight loss surgery, everything that I was experiencing. I also became that weekend fat girl where I was dieting and exercising for the whole week, and then on the weekend I ate whatever I want. So I became that weekend fat girl, and I still can't get that girl out of the way. It's kind of like I realized that I was still a food addict, and I noticed also that I can't have a certain amount of sugar or sweets, because then I start to crave it even more, and then I start to eat even more. So I can't, mentally in my head, I can't do that. If I do it, then I go on like maybe a food binge where I'll start eating like sweets and stuff like that. I can't, let's say if I eat those kind of things, then I'll keep on eating them. But then when I'm on a strict diet and I'm only eating certain types of foods, healthy foods, I won't crave it or I won't want it. So that's basically where I'm trying to get at. And I'm trying to cut that weekend fat girl, because in my head I'm like, okay, well, I'll do my thing during the weekday, and then on the weekends I'll let loose and I'll eat whatever I want. And that has a huge part to do why I am still over 160 pounds, and I can't get back under 160 pounds, which is where I want to be. I want to be in the range between 154 to 156. And I've been struggling for about maybe 6 months trying to get back under 160 pounds, which was my original goal weight. So yeah, that's a big struggle for me on the weekend, and I can't get, and I'm still working on it. And also during 2011 was really big for me. 2011 had a lot of things going on. That was the year that I had got my own house. I was a new homeowner for the first time in my life. That was a really big goal for me after I had weight loss surgery. The two things that I really wanted in my lifetime was to lose my weight and to have my own home. And I accomplished both. But also accomplishing it meant that I had a lot of things going on at the same time, and for like a whole month I didn't even weigh myself. So I was eating all this junk and also not weighing myself. I put away the scale, and I am a daily weigher, so not keeping track of my weight made me creep up to above 160 pounds, which is the reason why I'm over 160 pounds. Because if I don't weigh myself and if I don't keep track of my weight, that's what makes me gain. Let's see. So yeah, I've been struggling for about 6 months, guys, to get back under my goal weight of 160 pounds. I'm slowly doing it after, Jennifer gathered a small group which is called Back to Basics on Facebook, which happened in December. And slowly but surely, I am, getting back the support that I need in order to lose the weight. So I'm very thankful for her and the group, which is a big help for me. So yeah, I started exercising again, started eating the right foods. Like again, I told you that I'm still struggling for the weekend fat girl thing. And let's see. Yeah, the main thing in 2011 is that mentally I kind of broke down by the end of the year, and I started fearing getting fat again. Yeah. I kind of broke down because of all reflecting of all of 2011. If I could become a food addict again, and if I lose myself mentally, because it's all mental, guys. F the tool that you got. it's this what matters, because if you don't control your mind and the foods that come into your mouth, you could gain the weight right back without a doubt. It's, I mean, that's a 100% fact thing, you know? I mean, you could still get junk food in, you could still get foods in. Um, you know, when I had that unfill, to tell you the truth, and I realized that I could eat certain foods again, because when I was at 6 cc's one point, and then I had that emergency unfill and I went down to 5.6 cc's, I started to realize, oh, well, now I could get this in and this in. So for a whole year, okay, I was like, you know, I'm not gonna get filled because I don't want to be that restricted. So during that time, I started eating all this stuff, you know, and then I realized, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to need restriction again because I need to stop myself. And that's the thing about lap band. You could always go to the doctors and get a fill and get restricted years out. You know, you could always get yourself restricted. Yeah, it takes longer to lose the weight compared to a gastric bypass person, but in the long run, if you get a, you know, if you're not restricted and you're struggling, you could always go to the doctors and get a fill, and it'll help you out. It'll help you lose weight, you know, and that's just what I needed. So that's the one thing that I really love about this lap band surgery, that you don't have the fear of years out gaining so much weight back, because you could always go to the doctors and get a fill, and then boom, that's it. You'll be restricted again. So back to my fears of 2011, reflecting, and you know, in your head, I'm going through all these emotions and stuff, which is the reason why I didn't make a video last week on my 3-year surgery anniversary, was because I had this fear that I became a failure in 2011. I have all these people telling me that I'm their inspiration, and you know, that they're the reason that I got my surgery. And then in the back of my head, I'm like, well, you know, I mean, I'm not that much of an inspiration. I was an inspiration the first year. Yes, I accomplished a lot. But then I'm like, you know, don't think of me so much of an inspiration, because I wanted to say I effed up in 2011 and I can't get a hold of myself, you know? So yeah, I feared big time that I was like, I didn't care anymore. I was just eating all these foods, and I gave up in being motivated and in exercising and just being healthy, you know. And I was like, Melanie, you have to get yourself back to where you started. And you have to have that one-track mind, that you have to change your life, and it has to be forever. And you have to, like, you know, do your thing. So that's what I'm doing now in 2012. Well, really in 2011, at the end of the year, I had started doing that. And then maybe around Christmas time, for about maybe 2 weeks, I lost control and I started thinking that again. But now I'm back on track and doing what I have to do. And 2012 is definitely going to be my year to get back the control that I once had. So yeah, I think that fear never goes away, to tell you the truth. The fear of always thinking, am I going to gain this weight back? I'm going to get fat again. You know, what if I just stop caring and stuff like that? But I have to say that every time I try doubting myself, I'm saying I can't get back to where I used to be. I'm not going to get back to eating the right way, you know, healthy and well, at least doing it for a long period of time, because I would do it for about maybe a week or two, and then I would F up for a week or two, and it would be like a back and forth thing. 2 weeks healthy, 2 weeks not, 2 weeks exercising, 2 weeks not. You know, I was just like, I was slowly like giving up, you could say. And I just wanted a long-term thing. I wanted just to do the right thing in 2011, long term, not 2 weeks yes and then 2 weeks no, if you get what I'm saying, you know. So 2012 is going to be my turnaround point. I mean, yeah, my turnaround point. And I just wanted to come on here and just say my reflections of 2011. I also noticed too that I actually need to be on schedule. If I'm not on schedule, let's say because for Monday to Friday, I'm on schedule. I'm at work. I know the foods to eat. I know the foods to eat when I come home. But when I'm not on schedule, which is on the weekends, I don't have, like, I just lose control. Like, you know, I have a whole free day and I could do whatever I want. I could eat whatever I want, or if I'm on vacation. So I know now that I need to be on a schedule. Yeah. If you get what I mean. But that's it. That's my reflection of my whole 3 years out of lap band surgery. So 275 pounds I had started, and now I am currently 161, which is a total loss of 114 pounds 3 years out. Okay, guys? All right, so I hope this video helped. It was just a video for me, and just so that I could look back and be like, well, what was going on 3 years out of, you know, weight loss surgery. So that's the deal. All right, guys, take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.